Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Alf Crushes It playing the Tier 6 German submarine U-69. Matchmaking, well, matchmaking could be better. There could be no CV, but it's only a Tier 6 CV. So he's top tier in this game. And because Alf knows what he's doing in these submarines, I imagine he's going to be able to remain unseen for the majority of the game. As I mentioned in a video highlighting submarine play both Squid Pent and Sir Hammer a few days ago, I think this ship type is terribly broken in the current iteration. I'm not opposed to introducing submarines into the game. I think the way they were implemented was not good for the game. I think there's probably a way to bring them into the game that can be fun to play and not terribly unbalanced, but it's going to take some time for that to happen. And unfortunately, rather than incentivizing people to use the public test server, Wargaming has decided to force everybody to test them in random matches, which is a little bit frustrating, but what are we going to do? Grin and bear it, I guess. Now, the game with Squid and Sir Hammer, it kind of turned into a little bit of a rant against the way that subs are currently implemented, so I'll apologize to both of them for that. But there were some important points that needed to be made, and I also wanted to highlight that the Wargaming dev blog was pretty clear that they're going to be making some changes to address some of the issues that I was talking about, and some others as well, in an effort to try to make these submarines a little bit more well-balanced and a little bit better integrated into the game that we all know and love. Now, I will now put all that aside, and I'm just going to focus on the gameplay. It looks like the Reds are making a determined push for the good guys' cap here. So often you see the entire red team either head down the channel along the 2-3 line, or just kind of skirt around the islands, kind of where the Omaha's at. But in this case, you got New York and Congo, both kind of just nose in, and Gnevny and Cachalot and Fubuki, they're all right there at the camp. And the friendly Matsuki, Clavor, and Fuso are set up to defend. It looks like Gnevny is headed this way. Königsberg is way back there. Of course, sitting broadside like that, we're liable to see the Königsberg get blabbed. We'll see. But it's pretty squishy. If you see me or hear me sipping on something, I'm just having coffee. It's still fairly early in the morning. Ooh, there's ping on the Congo. Will we get the dreaded double ping? Yeah. And I imagine we're going to see some torpedoes any second. And the way that subs are currently implemented, to get that double ping, well, there's no torpedo protection, and every hit is a citadel. So poor Congo. And I'm pretty sure when the Congo's gone, it'll be poor New York. Some more torpedoes in the water, and back to pinging. Enemy Gnevny is now in the cap. He might be making a torpedo run on the Fuso, we'll see. Friendly Cavor goes down to torpedoes from the enemy Cachalot. Torpedoes are trying to curve in there. And it looks like that's it for Congo. Now, if you're keeping track, that's 7 torpedo hits thus far. We're less than 5 minutes in. 4 citadels, 13 pings, and 1 ship sunk. Fuso finishes off the Gnevny with secondaries. It's kind of amazing, but good job, Fuso. Königsberg's still sitting way back there broadside. Just a question of time, I think, until somebody takes a shot at it back there. All right, there's a ping on the enemy cachalot. And another, and that's probably going to do it for him. Cachalot is maneuvering like crazy. And our hero is now taking some depth charge fire. Just keeps the pings on the cachalot. Yeah, that cachalot he's not long for this world. Looks like he's burning. He's going to burn out, I think, before this torpedo gets there. Gnevny finishes him with guns. All right, bad guys are down 5 ships, good guys down only 3. Good guys have a relatively commanding 30 or so point lead. Enemy Furious is, well, he's trying to reverse out of harm's way, and October Revolution is moving up there. Well, that big push toward the cap for the Reds did not end well. And at this point, the good guys are preparing to make their own rush at the red cap on the south end of the map. Enemy Fubuki is trying to get torpedoes in there. For my part, I kind of hope he makes it around the corner. He does get torpedoes on the exit and finishes him off. Königsberg is sitting back there behind an island. Doesn't look like he's moving. Maybe he is. But where he's at right now, it doesn't look like he can get guns on the Fubuki. So if the Fubuki has torpedoes ready, and he did, he got him off. The CV was sitting right there along with the Hawkins. I don't think Fubuki's going to survive this, but if he lands some torpedoes, and he does. So the Hawkins secondaries finish off the Fubuki. Fubuki takes out the Hawkins, and then the friendly Königsberg takes out the enemy Minakaza. And at this point, the bad guys only have 4 ships remaining. And with the loss of the Mitsuki, good guys are now down to 7 ships. Now, our hero has amassed 20 pings, 9 torpedo hits, 4 of them citadels, 2 incapacitations, 2 floods, and sank a ship. A pretty strong showing. Now, it'll be interesting to see whether our hero gets another whack at an enemy ship before this is over. There's still a lot of time left, and in terms of points, good guys haven't even hit the 500 point mark yet, so this game could continue for a while. And if so, maybe he'll get a chance to get in and get some torpedoes on something else. We'll see. All right, looks like the focus is going to be on the CV and maybe the October Revolution if it came back this way as well. Well, maybe not. Yeah, there is the CV. Momentarily spotted by air. Papa Smurf just runs right underneath those shells and avoids any damage. Furious is now definitely in torpedo range. Torpedoes are up. Probably time to get them in the water. There they go. A couple of quick pings. I thought sure that was going to hit. There we go. And here will be the second ping. And this does not bode well for the Furious. You can see those torpedoes immediately say, okay, Citadel time. Well, no Citadels, but still significant damage on 4 torpedo hits. And torpedoes are going to go in the water again. And followed up immediately by pings. There's one, right up the tailpipe. And 2. And really can just continue to ping. I think the torpedoes have the range. If it wasn't a CV, I'd almost feel sorry for him. Just off to the port side there. This one will probably do it. Yep. And down goes the Furious. And now, it's time to hunt the October Revolution. There's ping number 1. Rear torpedo away. And this may end quite suddenly here. So I will say, great game. Thank you very much for sending it to me. I appreciate it. Those of you joining me here, I hope you enjoyed watching this. This is probably the most exciting sub-game that I've seen myself personally. So thanks for being here and spending a little time. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.